Welcome, Alki students, to the 2020-2021 school year. My name is Mr. Q, and welcome to our YouTube channel. So each week, I will release a new YouTube video on some of the basic math skills that we'll use throughout the week, right? So back in the spring, when we first went remote, this is the YouTube channel that I created to allow students to access some information, so direct instruction from me. These videos will be created by me, will be taught by me, so that you are getting a similar experience as you would in the classroom, right? You're gonna learn a lot of things like how we take notes, right? Some basic math skills that you'll need for tougher problems throughout the week. So accessing this channel will be very critical to the learning each week throughout the school year. Now, I wanna share a little bit about myself because this is also an opportunity for me to share who I am as your teacher and give you a sense of the kind of environment that we're gonna try and create remotely this year. Like I said, my name is Mr. Q, and I've been teaching in this school district for 13 years now. Now, out of that 13 years, I have taught middle school for about 6 of those 13 years, and I absolutely love it. Last year was my first year teaching 6th grade, and I learned a lot from that experience, and we had an amazing school year, right? So much so that when we went remote, a lot of those transitions were very smooth. I don't know what your experience was, what the challenges were, what made it difficult, what made it hard on you personally, but I'll learn those things throughout the year, right? I learned a lot from my students. They helped me understand what they needed, and I was always happy to try my best to accommodate what they needed, right? So that's a little bit about myself, but I also want to share something very important, right? Something that's probably on all of our minds, and maybe the concern that maybe it's in every one of our hearts, right? And I want you to know that out of those 13 years, the most important lesson that I have learned is that when students and teachers work together, only amazing things happen, right? And that's kind of the journey that I start off with every year. That's the challenge that I present to my students, regardless if we're working in the classroom or regardless if we're working remotely, right? It's always the challenge to understand that, hey, listen, the amazing things that I've been able to achieve in the classroom over the 13 years only happened, right, at a high level when students and teachers worked together, right? We had an understanding of what we were gonna be as a class, what we're gonna represent as a class, and what it takes to be successful in this class, right? And we'll learn more about that throughout the week as we start to learn the classroom expectations, right? Because there are gonna be some expectations that both of us, you as students and myself as your teacher, have to meet in order for us to create that experience, right? And I gotta say, last year was pretty amazing. And regardless of how much I miss my students when we went remote, I gotta say that the relationships that we were able to build, right, the communication that we had with families and with my students helped make that experience a lot easier for many of my families, many of my students, right? And so I hope that we have a similar experience this year, right? If you wanna learn a little bit more about me, I try my best for the most part to be a pretty positive person, right? I've learned a lot through my experience of working in the middle school, understanding what 6th graders and 7th graders are experiencing as young people, especially you as a 6th grader. I understand that there's some unique challenges that you're gonna face this year, right? You're gonna have multiple teachers, you're gonna have multiple emails. And so how do we manage all that? How do we get through all those experiences, right? What do we do when the things we have to do get challenging for us, right? Or something happens and we're not 100%, right? I want you to know that you have landed in the perfect class, right? I've always have a good ear to listen to you. I'm here for you guys and girls as we get through the school year, and whatever the challenge is. Sometimes we're gonna have challenges just turning things in or accessing the technology, or maybe we have too many emails, right? There's a lot of things that we're gonna experience this year, and I want you to understand that I'm here for you, right? I'm here to guide you through each moment that we have that's challenging for us. I'm gonna be there for you to help guide us through those experiences, and I promise you this, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how challenging it may seem sometimes, if we stick together, right? If we agree to this partnership today, I promise you that we're gonna get so much more out of that experience than we put in, right? And so I want you to get ready. I want you to get your mindset ready and start to be excited. I know we don't get to be in class, and it breaks my heart. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Like, I would much rather hear you be here in the classroom with me. The connections that I have are always more special, and the experiences and the learning seems to be more rich, right? But we're gonna make the most out of what we have for now, right? Until the day comes that we can be back in the classroom together, we are gonna try every day. That's the commitment and the challenge that I ask you today, is that to wake up every day and be ready to make it the best day that you can be. Whatever your best is, waking up every day, that's what I hope that you can do. And I promise you, I keep making this promise, and I'm gonna repeat it several times. You might hear it a lot throughout the next couple of weeks, right? Is that when we do this together, right? When we lift each other up, right? When we support each other, when we help each other, when we listen, when we share ideas, nothing but great things can happen, right? And I understand that every family, every student is going through something different right now. Everybody has their unique challenges at home that we have to face, right? And here's the great thing, is that we're starting school. And regardless of whether we're in the classroom or not, you don't have to face those challenges alone. We could be here for you, right? We could help you understand and help you grow and understand the important lessons that you're learning through that process, right? But it does take a commitment. It does take a commitment. It does take discipline. It does take a positive attitude, right? It does take some focus, right? But I promise you, you're gonna get a lot out of this school year, and I'm excited. Despite everything that's happening around us right now, I'm excited to be with you on this journey. I'm excited to teach you this year. I'm excited to get to know you this year, and I'm excited to see what happens, right? Sometimes I have conversations with people that I know, and when we start a new idea, right? When we take on a new journey on whatever it is, whether it's a hobby or an idea, right? I always like to say, let's go find out. Let's go find out what happens, right? Let's commit to some basic things, and we'll discover what those basic things are in the next couple of days, right? As we get to know each other, as we review the expectations for the upcoming school year, we will formulate whatever that agreement is together, right? It's not me telling you what we're gonna do, it's us deciding that together. And I want you to know that when we commit to those expectations together, right? It's always a great experience. We're always gonna grow as people, and I gotta tell you that I am super excited for this school year. So I hope that you can find that excitement in you right now and wake up tomorrow and be ready for our first Zoom meeting. And as we move on through the week, get excited about what we're gonna learn about this year, right? Because you're gonna learn more about math, right? You're gonna learn about the technology that we're using. You're gonna learn some amazing organization skills, right? You're gonna learn a lot about yourself throughout this journey, because this is challenging for everybody. And I'm telling you, be excited about that. This is an opportunity, right? This is an opportunity for us to go discover what learning is gonna be like when we face challenges like we all are right now, right? And so from the bottom of my heart, I want to just welcome you, wish you the most amazing year. I can't wait to get to know you and meet you all tomorrow and get to know you throughout the year. And just some formality things, right? I forgot to mention this in the beginning, but just some formality things. This is the YouTube channel that we'll use pretty much every week, maybe multiple times a week, depending, right? We'll figure that out as we go. But when we started remote learning last year, this was the YouTube channel that we used, and each week I released a new video on some basic math skills that you can watch a video for, and maybe apply it to some basic problems that you'll practice just to grow your math skills, just some basic math skills. And it's an opportunity for you to learn how we take notes, right? So it is me. I'm not going to send you to some random person who is going to try and teach you the math that we're learning. The lessons will be from me. You will see my face partially in the video, and then you'll go on to see how we take notes, right? The kind of questions that I ask, right? How I invite you into the learning. And so I hope that this channel serves as a great connection between myself and you as students as we begin the school year, right? And so if you have ideas, I'm always open to listen ideas about the YouTube channel, right? So we can grow it and make it more successful for you. So let me know, right? But this is the start. This is the channel that you'll come to. You do not have to subscribe, but I always recommend that students subscribe because you'll get the early notifications. It takes some time by the time I record and upload the video, and in between me sending you the link, there's some space. But for those students who have subscribed in the past, and I'm not sure what we're up to now, maybe 60, 70 subscribers, they got the early notifications, right? So I'm not sure if it was the students who like to get early notifications, but it did make that process a little bit earlier. They didn't have to wait for me to upload the link. So if you, with your parents' permission, feel free to subscribe to this channel. Again, it's not necessary. It's not mandated in any way. It's just a way for us to kind of help make this process a little bit easier and faster. All right. So again, welcome. Get excited. I'm so excited to meet you folks tomorrow, to meet all your little faces tomorrow. And I can't wait to the day that we're back in the classroom and we can see each other face to face. All right. So take care. I love y'all. Get excited, and we will see you tomorrow. Peace.